next one, the new salt prohibition. A bill to ban salt or the use of salt in restaurants in New York. All of New York. All of New York. Salt. Really. This peach was brought about by Assemblyman Felix Ortiz. Have you heard this one yet? Okay, let me just lay it out there. Either Felix is an avid user of crystal meth, or he lost a bet and now has to come up with the stupidest fucking law any man has ever tried to pass. And I shit you not when I tell you this. This fucktard wants to ban the use of salt in any way in the preparation of foods. Now I assume that has to include things you would put in food that have salt in them. So pre-made products that, you know, come in a can or whatever that might get dumped into the product, the food that's being made for you. Anything with salt, anything that has salt or is salt cannot be used in the preparation of food in New York if the bill were to pass. Yeah, seriously. It's the oldest fucking seasoning known to man, and this ass thinker wants to ban it. Consider this, Felix. Salt is sodium, and the human body requires sodium. So dig this, Felix. It's just a little bit of an excerpt from a medical document. Sodium is essential to life. Sodium is so important, in fact, that the human body has developed a sensor on the tip of their tongue to detect salt. Thousands of years ago, when the human diet was potassium-rich and sodium-poor, this sensor for salt was a crucial survival tool. Nature, in its infinite wisdom, devised a way for humans, as well as animals, to seek out salt and salty foods, so that they could be assured to receive adequate sodium from their diets. This is important because sodium is often found in the form of sodium chloride, or salt, and it plays countless important roles in the human body. Banning salt in the preparation of food is about the same as banning sex in making children. Why fucking bother? I fully believe that food in itself has its own flavor, and we don't have to smother everything with some form of condiment. However, salt, when used properly, helps to enhance the flavors that are already there and make food more tasty. Mr. Ortiz, I assume that if your jackass bill actually ever did get passed, that you would be prepared to shut down every fast food restaurant in New York. Don't get me wrong, I'm no lover of fast food. I haven't even eaten in a fast food restaurant, and I use the term restaurant loosely since I saw the documentary Super Size Me. But you're going to have a serious flux of pimple-faced, low self-esteem adults in New York if you shut down every McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, and the rest of the greasemongers. I mean, really, about 60% of everything they serve is salt. Without the salt, it would be like eating greasy cardboard. Considered one of the last shots at Prohibition the United States tried to take on. Soon there would be speakeasies with clever names like Lot's Wife, where the right code words and a little extra coin would get salt added to your food. High-speed car chases through the countryside as the coppers try to crack down on the illegal trafficking of salt. But instead of jars of moonshine and those wooden crates in the back seat, it would be salt shakers. The FBI would be cracking down on people who live on the coastline, finding their illegal desalinization stills. Sending them away for what? I don't know, what would be the sentence for such a crime against humanity? The fucking weekend? Oh, the horror. Average Joes would soon turn to artery-hardened criminals. As you cross roadblocks to come and go from New York, specially trained dogs would lick your face to determine how much salt was in your sweat. Salt mules would be flying into Kennedy Airport with balloons of 100% uncut Dead Sea salt sitting in their bellies. If one happened to erupt, then the poor bastard would suffer the same fate as someone that ate a large, supersized McDonald's French fries. They'd have to be rushed off to have a tablespoon of Pepto-Bismol administered. Holy fuck, Soylent Green is people! Salty fucking people! Wait, Soylent Green? Okay, maybe I got carried away. But I think you get the point. Making food without the use of salt is like masturbating and calling it sex. It might work for you, Felix Ortiz, but the rest of us like a little something more. Felix Ortiz, you win the Dumb Fuck Award. Well, there isn't really an award, it's more like an honorable mention. I'm pretty sure you couldn't find your ass with both hands. And your ass. What I'd be more worried about is what really fucked up bill are they trying to sneak past the people while distracting them with this obvious decoy bill. Good news! The salt prohibition bill did not pass. It is dead. Bad news, Just Prima Noctis is back. For those that are unaware, this is a medieval law that roughly translated means law of the first night. where members of the monarchy could call dibs on a woman's wedding night. Quite literally, basically, doing your mom. So don't be surprised if you're eating your salt-laden dinner at your wedding reception and Felix Ortiz shows up to pump one into your newly acquired bride. I'm just saying, it could happen. That's about it. So talk to you later, and again,